Yo, 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 what up, T Smooth TV? Get up in the building, get your asses up in the building, get your asses up in the building. Yeah, man, what's good? What's up, T Smooth TV? What's up with you? It's Big Game James here. You know how we do, Silver and Blue Nation, and I got Star Gang Beauty with me here again. She graced me with her appearance again today, and we're gonna talk, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of free agency, maybe some draft. We're just gonna talk whatever. We're just gonna talk Cowboys football and kind of what's going on right now. How you doing, Miss Lady?
I'm good, man. Just fresh off of vacation. So
Where'd you go?
Miami.
Oh
Miami.
shoot!
Yeah.
What you go to Miami for?
Man, to get lit. My
Oh,
husband my husband's birthday was Sunday.
so I mean, you can't tell a little bit where y'all went. Y'all ain't go to the clubs. I mean,
Yeah,
I ain't been to Miami in a long time. How's Miami since the COVID and all that stuff? How was it like there? Is it different?
it was packed. It was busy. But for the most part, people were wearing masks everywhere we went. And like it was jumping. A lot of the
Was
places
it?
were jumping. Yeah.
Well, good. I mean, I'm gonna have to take a trip out there. One of my homeboys, he just moved out to Florida, and I need to get out there. So, um, I'm going home to Texas next month. So, just get my little vacation on. But I'm glad you joined me. Let me give a few shout outs to people in the building. We're gonna jump right into it, okay? T
Sounds
Smooth
good.
TV, my dog KMT. Hey ho, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Jamal Sams, gang, you know what it is. Mikey, what's up with you, baby? Brandon Williams, what's up? Devontae Griffin, Thurston Howe, you know how we do. Boot thing, you know how we go. There we go. The ninja with the $2 holla. Yeah, you always trash, fam. You always trash. But you know what? You're gonna stop showing me them damn steaks in these text messages. Because when I get back home next month, you better have them mother sucking steaks talking about you put your chicken and steak against anybody. Okay, well, I'm gonna be the taste tester. If you can put it against anybody, we'll be taste testing. We're gonna be live, the ninja, when we do your taste test, and your shit better be good. It look good. I ain't gonna I'm not calling you out. It looked good in the pictures, but looking good and tasting good is two different things. So you better
Very.
have that ready for me, big dog. I love you. All right, so we're gonna jump right in here, man. We're gonna talk some Cowboys football. Like I said, free agents happened today. Some people left, some people are staying. Um, what's your kind of thoughts? Let's talk about what's your kind of thoughts about today? Because a few people left yesterday. Joe Thomas left, and then we had, I think it was a surprise, maybe Cheeto came out
Yeah.
of nowhere and signed with the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's getting an average of like 7.2 per 3-year deal with the Bengals. Kind of your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
Well, on Star Gang, we talked about, before free agency started that, we went through all our free agents and he was one of the ones we thought that the Cowboys would sign.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that he got a little over 7 mil a year, I feel like the Bengals probably gave him more than what Steven wanted to. So,
Ain't no probably.
yeah.
Ain't no probably. Ain't no prob. What you talking about? Probably. Ain't no probably. He's making 7 per. He ain't making no damn 7 per and no Dallas Cowboys. Come on, girl. You know that
I was
that
trying
was
to be
way
nice.
too. Yeah. Okay. Don't be nice up in this piece. Talking. Tell her how it is. You know when Cheeto said I wanted this and Dallas said bye.
Yeah.
Cheeto's
Yeah.
agent said we want this. He said okay. See you. Thank you for your time. We'll
Yeah.
move on in another direction now. That's why they got Anthony Brown, because Anthony Brown was dumb cheap. You feel me? He
Yeah.
come off the injury, making what 3 pick. You can still cut his ass and save some money, which you should do. Because I heard they're still talking to Jay Lou. I think,
Hmm.
this is my thing. I was thinking the same thing you guys were thinking. I was thinking out of all the corners, if you had A Brown and you had Jordan and you had Cheeto, I was saying Cheeto. Not saying that
Yeah.
I don't like Jordan Lewis better with the
Yeah.
mentality, but I just felt like if you're looking at the slope of the Cowboys, who they would go after, I thought it would be Cheeto. You
Yep.
know what I'm
Same.
saying?
Hmm.
But then, like I said, I thought he was going to ask for some money too. I thought he wasn't going to come cheap, and I thought he was going to have a market. I had said that I thought he was going to have a market. He did have a market. He got scooped up rather quickly, and I think other people may have looked at him. Now, here's my thing. This is where Jordan Lewis, because I said Jordan Lewis wouldn't be back because I thought he was going to want more opportunity.
Yeah.
Now
Exactly.
Cheeto's gone.
Hmm.
You can still cut Anthony Brown, Dallas Cowboys. Cut his ass. Just cut Anthony Brown, dog. I'm not hating on Anthony Brown, but he is whack. Like he don't have a dog mentality. He a soft ass corner, just in my opinion. I'm not calling out his character, but as far as the football field, he not good to me. Like you got
He's
that
very
Steve.
inconsistent.
He,
Very.
and then I'm not getting hype on his interceptions last year. Nobody's getting hyped
Yeah.
on that. You had a rookie threw the ball damn right to your chest. You should catch that. You feel me? So you don't get no love over here. So what they should do is go ahead and cut him. And if you want to keep a Jordan Lewis, I'll be cool with you if you kept a Jordan Lewis in the fold with the Diggs. And, I don't know what they're going to do with Reggie Robinson because first they were saying they were moving him
Yeah.
back. And then Dan Quinn says, no, I want him at safety. I'm like, dog, will
Yeah.
y'all make up y'all damn mind about this?
Yeah, they gonna ruin that boy's little rookie contract, and then, like they did with Byron Jones, they didn't know what they wanted to do with Byron Jones for so long, and then finally they saw, okay, he's good at corner, and then it's like, oh, he's too good at corner. We don't want to pay him $16 million. So
Right. So do
So,
you think Jordan Lewis will come back in the fold? Do you think he will come back?
I mean, now that Cheeto's gone, I mean, we know he's gonna command a little less money, and I think continuity is important. Um, and I mean, you can't fill a bunch of holes in 1 year. So I mean, you need to just kind of keep some guys that you can. Um, but I mean, on the other hand, they've done some other things that surprised me. Like I was confused when they didn't re-sign LP Ladouceur.
I'll tell you
You
why they
know,
didn't sign him because he was two games away from Jason Witten's record. That's
you
what
think
happened.
they being that petty
Man,
that they
come
just
on,
not gonna?
dog. Yes, I am saying they are hella petty. Now, I'm not going to say they're hella petty. I'm going to say Jason Witten called them and said, oh, for real, that's how you're going to do me? You're going to let LP Ladashore have the all-time most games played over me? You don't think they had that conversation? Let's keep it real. Just me and my opinion. He made the call. He said, I'm sorry. I like you, LP, but he can't take my record. And Jerry and I'm like, okay, we love you, Witten. We ain't going to let that happen. Yeah, that's what I
You
feel like
know,
happened.
You know what? Like maybe a year or two ago, if you had said that, I wouldn't have believed you. But after like everything now, it seems that he's more selfish than what he previously
He
came off as.
right.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like he was more like when
Yeah.
Jason Witten was first with the Cowboys? I was so Jason Witten. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
I was so Jason Witten, but it felt like the last 3 or 4 years he just soured on me, and his attitude, you could see it. I felt like he was privileged up in that organization. He was
Yeah.
acting like that, and it was almost like the things he was getting on people about he was doing, but he was supposed to be bulletproof because he's Jason Witten. And I really didn't like that attitude. And I don't care how long you've been with the organization. I don't care what you did with the organization. When you act like that, like you're privileged and you can just do whatever you want and talk how you want and be how you want. No, I don't like that. That comes off as some
Yep.
bullshit to me. So Jason Witten has soured on me, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. And I don't care if people like give him his respect. I don't got to give him nothing if I don't want to. Okay, I don't have to give Jason Witten nothing. You can give him all the respect you want. I don't got to give him a damn thing. You got it. Make sure y'all understand that, okay? Make sure y'all understand. I don't gotta give Jason Witten a damn thing. Okay, so that's just how I feel about Jason Witten. All right, you don't like it, bye. Anyway,
What
but
up,
yeah,
BJ? BJ in the building. What's
is
up?
BJ in the building? What's up, dog? You feel me? What's up? So you said LP surprised you. What about the signings with Noah Brown, Cedric Wilson? Who else did they brought in the offensive
Um,
tackle from the Bills? What do you think about the guys that they brought back and signed?
so Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson don't really surprise me that they re-signed him, but I initially thought that it was very possible that they would not get signed. Noah Brown, you know, Noah Brown and Cedric, they were both kind of looked like they were coming along when Dak was healthy. Uh, but it seemed like more of the old coaching staff had a huge attachment to Noah Brown more than this current coaching staff. And so I kind of was thinking maybe he wouldn't make it out, but he did. So I'm fine with it. Um, I'm kind of I don't feel any special way about it. It just is what it is.
I
You
know,
know what I'm
right?
saying?
I know, right? See, that's where I'm at. See, but here's my thing with that. I feel like with those guys that they signed, it was. I made a video yesterday and I said they were duh signings. Like,
Yeah.
duh, you're supposed to sign a Noah Brown because he did. I mean, he's not going to cost a lot of money. He's not going to be anywhere on the market because you really didn't pay. You didn't really play him like that, and he's good
Hmm.
on special teams. And
Yeah.
I feel like the new staff did develop him and Cedric Wilson. I felt
Yeah.
like they developed more under the new staff on the offensive side than they did with Garrett and them. You could see it. Cedric
Yeah.
Wilson had a 100 receiving yard game. I mean, he played his ass off in that Seattle game. I mean, he
Yeah.
did his damn thing, and you could see the development in there. So I was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of obvious that you signed those guys because they're not gonna go out there and pay no money for no receivers.
Yeah.
You feel me? They're not
I
gonna go out there
mean,
and jump out there and do it.
yeah, you got Amari, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Michael Gallup right now.
All
So
right, I want to ask you. I'm gonna cut you off real quick. What you think about this Gallup thing? Because I've been on the, I don't know what you call it, the trade Gallup. I guess the trade Gallup train.
mhm.
I've been on it. I'm not been trying to advocate like uh Gallup is a bad player or anything like that. He's a good player. That's why you can trade him. If they they bring those two receivers back, you got all of them in the fold, and they're at 10. Would you draft a receiver if there was a fast receiver like Waddle there? I know y'all been talking about this on Star Gang. Pitts
Mhm.
may be there, but like Waddle is gaining a lot of steam because he is unearthly fast, and Dallas
Yeah,
doesn't have anybody fast.
yeah.
So if
Uh,
would you do that? And what would you do with Gallup? I want to hear your thoughts. Open
See,
that brain up. Open
I'm
it up.
I'm kind of with you on the trade Gallup, but like you said, not because I don't like him or I don't think he's a good player. If he's on the last year of his deal and they aren't going to re-sign him, then just trade him for some value now. And a lot of people are mad, like, oh, it's dumb to trade Gallup. Well, it's better than letting him walk for a comp pick. You know what I'm
That we
saying?
won't be able
And
to touch until 2022.
yeah, and if you're getting rid of a top on our team, he's our third receiver technically. If you're getting rid of one of them, it's got to be him. He's the most replaceable. And so get something for him. And I'm all the way like best player available.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Pitts, do it. If it's Waddle, if it's Jamar Chase, do it. If it's an OT, do it. I mean, I would prefer it's not as sexy, but if it's there, it's there. Defense, if it's defense, I want the best player available. So I'm team best value.
You,
I don't
you
want to
are you
I don't
team open minded?
yeah, I don't want to go into the draft like, we've been having these discussions on Cowboys Twitter, on
Uh-huh.
Star Gang page, like
Uh-huh.
all off season. And there are people that are like, if we don't get defense at 10, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you can't really expect to draft a guy at number 10 that's going to immediately take our defense from where it was to even top 15. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to do it. Whoever's at 10 at defense is not going to take us there. It's just not possible. So I'm down for what's best at the time. And that's why I think free agency is so important, because you should go into free agency trying to improve and fill holes so that when you get to the draft, you're not forcing just because we need this position. We should do this at 10, and you shouldn't force it.
I agree. And I'm listening to people in the chat. I'm listening to people saying, Mojo says, how this free agency is going. I'm not with offense at 10. Other people like, we need defense. We need defense. Yeah, I know we need defense, folks, but you got to understand, we got what? 10 picks this year? 10 picks, I
Yeah,
think. So if they stay out where they stay at and don't trade any picks, right? People are like, we need defense. We need defense. No, see, that's the problem. You don't want to reach because you're saying that. You will reach if you
exactly.
keep telling your head, oh, we need defense. Oh, we need defense. Man, listen, when you draft all these players, there ain't no guarantee on none of them. You taking a really good educated guess because you've been watching them and you think what they can do, the trajectory. But when they get in the NFL, there ain't no guarantees. So if
Mhm.
you draft somebody at 10 and he's at defense, that motherfucker got to come in as a dog. And this is what I was saying. And I want to hear what you got to say about this. People have been talking about, you better get Surtain at 10. You better get Surtain at 10. You better get Surtain at 10. Get a corner at 10. Surtain. Listen, I like Surtain. I do. He's a really good corner. But is he doggish at 10? No, if you drafting a corner at 10, that joker need to be getting INTs. That joker need to be all world. He need to be a doggy dog. Not
Yeah, I
somebody
mean,
who
is he
who's
Jalen
just good.
Ramsey? Is he Jalen
Yeah.
Ramsey?
You feel me? I don't need somebody who's just really good. I need a animal at 10, not somebody who's just consistent and good. No, I don't need that because guess what? I love Diggs. I love Diggs. I picked him in my draft, but I wanted him in the second round. I
And we
didn't want
got
him in
him.
the right. You feel me? So
And
you
we-
don't have to jump out there and reach. There's a ton of corners. There's some guys in free agency. Adoree Jackson just got released, but I seen how much he was gonna cost. He like his numbers like 12 million a year. Dallas ain't gonna do that shit. So I just said, well, I like Adoree Jackson, but when they said his market value is 12 million, I said, well, let me throw Adoree out the way because Dallas ain't doing that. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, don't jump out there at 10 to say we need defense so bad that you can do it. You can still get a offensive player if they run to go that route. And in the second round, in the third round, you can still get quality defensive players for your team that can help instantly. I'm trying to tell y'all, it can happen. You don't got to jump out there in 10 and say, let's do this. Because if you got an all-world offensive player at 10 and you reach for a defensive player when that all-world offensive player, Randy Moss, okay, didn't we learn? I'm not hating on Greg Ellis. I had him on my show 2 years ago. I love Greg Ellis. I love him. But let's keep it real. Greg Ellis, Randy Moss.
Yeah.
We said we need defense. So they went and got Greg Ellis. He had a good career. Randy Moss.
Yeah, it's two different things. And now we got a franchise QB, man. And
and he's back in the fold.
Yeah. He's you know,
give him weapons. Can we get a guy that can take the top off of defense?
Look, I mean,
we haven't had that.
You never have enough. I mean, to me, you can, and if let's say this was switch. Let's say we were like a really good defense and our offense was bad. I wouldn't want to reach for an offensive player if they weren't there. You know, I just think that you just need to let it fall, just like Steven said. And me, you know, I get into it with Steven because he's always being cheap.
Don't mention his name because I want that's Baby Nuts Jones.
But, you know, one thing he said during the Dak press conference was if you go in there, you got to keep an open mind because otherwise you miss out on a guy like CeeDee Lamb. And it's true. I mean, you got to go in there with an open mind.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm agree with him on that. I got a super chat right here. And I've been checking all your super chats. I'm sorry. I've been seeing y'all. That's why I've been posting. But this is a super chat with a question. We on Loke Nation gives a $5 holla shout out to. He said they do need a tight end and a future left tackle to replace Tyron Smith. I feel you, but they don't really need a tight end, but you can have a luxury because they're, like I said, everybody who's seen Pitts, you cannot put him in a box as a tight end. You just can't. If you watch them play, you cannot put him in a box. My only concern is if they drafted a Pitts. I like Kellen Moore. I really do like him as an offensive coordinator, but they're going to have to, if they drafted a Pitts, you cannot say tight end. He's playing tight end.
Put in that box.
You need to be super damn creative with him and put him in all kind of positions that have mismatches on the field so you can use him. You can't just say, oh, he's a tight end with Blake Jarwin. No, you can say, we're going to split him out right next to Blake Jarwin. We're going to spread both of them out wide. You need to get super creative when you get a guy like that because he's not ordinary. So that's where I worry about the staff. Make sure if y'all get a guy like that, you be dynamic. If you jump out there and get a Waddle, if you jump out there and get a Pitts, you must be dynamic in what you're doing in your offensive scheme so you attack these defenses and don't just say, oh, well, he's a fast player. We just sent him on 9 routes. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Or that
get creative. Right. Get creative if you're going to draft one of these offensive type guys in that 10th pick because they are dynamic enough. Make them work.
So what do you think about, speaking of Kellen Moore in the offense, something they mentioned where they said they kind of tried to hold the offense back a little bit because of the defense, like they didn't want them scoring too fast and whatever they were talking about. They were trying to hold them back. What do you think of that?
I mean, I was a coach, so I can kind of understand where if we score too quick, this defense is so sorry. We're going to bring our asses right back on the field, and we got to score. That's a lot of pressure on the offense, and that's why I said you got to have a defense. You feel me, Mary? Because, you know, I feel like It's okay if you have a top offense and a top defense. You don't have to say, well, we got a really good offense and we're gonna, as long as we have a top 15 defense, we're okay. No, you don't get a top defense to go with that offense, because when you bring Dak Prescott back, right? You got Amari, you got Zeke, you got all this offensive weapons back, and possibly you can draft the offense. But once again, if you really don't touch this defense, you're putting so much pressure on this offense to be perfect. You're expecting this
Yes.
offense to be super perfect. And if this offense gets a 3-and-out and you can't stop nobody and they come right down the field and score, that is putting too much pressure on your offense and Dak Prescott. And what I don't like is you put all that pressure on Dak, and then he's got to throw for 5,000 yards in one game, 60 freaking times. And then guess what? The Romo effect comes in,
Yeah,
right?
interceptions.
Mary, the Romo effect comes in, because remember, they were doing it with Romo. The defense started falling off, and they put everything on Romo and that offense, and he was throwing 50, 60 times a game. And then when he threw one bad interception, what did they remember? They didn't remember when he threw for, we didn't remember when he threw for 450 yards in the game. They only remember that one interception. But when you keep putting that pressure on your offense and your quarterback, that shit is going to happen. Step this damn defense up. And right now, I know the Cowboys, they're sitting back chilling. But right now, you just letting things go by, and it's just, I'm not getting excited about it.
Exactly what you were talking about reminds me of, I went to this game, the Cowboys versus the Broncos, Romo versus Peyton Manning. And it was like, I guess 48-52 or something like that, or I can't remember what it was, but it was really close, and it was just back to back, both offenses just scoring, just at will, doing what they want. And even Peyton Manning like ran in for a touchdown. It was like our defense was just historically bad at the time. And on that last possession we had, we were right there. We had a chance to score, and Romo threw an interception. And it was multiple people saying, "Oh, Romo again. Here's Romo." What the? Oh, flying. Romo again. It's his fault. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, the defense let the other team score 50 points. So what can you do?
I mean, for real. I mean, they were scoring at will. And I'm telling you, it's when you're a quarterback and your defense, if you take the ball down the field, right, on a 10, 11, 12 play drive, and then within 3 plays, this team scores and you're right back on the field and have the pressure to score again. Come on, man. That's just not good football. And that's why they have to step up this defense. And I don't know what's going to happen. Patrick Peter's been brought up in here. What up with you, Ninja? Get these damn likes up, man. We got like 74 in the building, like 20-something likes, man. Get y'all likes up, man. Come on, man. You know it don't cost no damn money to likes. We got 2 haters in the building already unliked it. So I told you, as soon as I go live, that one hater like, yeah, they go BGJs, I hate you. Likes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We got to counteract those guys. They come on and, I hate BGJs. We gotta put that up. So get them likes up. But you get what I'm saying, though? It's like you putting too much pressure on this offense. So I'm not getting excited when I hear.
That's when Zeke started fumbling too. It's like he's trying so hard, and he just started fumbling. And I guess he just got in his own head, and the fumbles kept coming, and it's just like making it worse.
It does make it worse. I mean, like I said, you can have your offense scoring all these damn points, and that's great. But you gotta be able to stop people, and and when it comes in the playoffs, we've seen it. When the playoffs come, that defense becomes really prevalent in the playoffs. You gotta have it. So I just want to see what they're gonna do. Like I said, Cheeto gone, Joe Thomas is gone, which I thought he was gonna do because I thought he wanted to get a starting position. Now I want to ask you about a player that I've been talking about since soon as they brought up Dan Quinn. I said Keanu Neal was going to be a guy that was going to be attached to him. He played well last year, played all 16 games, I believe, had over 100 tackles. He's a more strong safety because he was more in the box. He played more box safety. Would you be cool with a Neal or a DeMonte Casey between those two? Because Casey was more like the free safety type. What's your thoughts about those guys, and how would you feel about bringing one of those guys in?
We talked about Keanu Neal a lot on Star Gang. I would be okay with either one. My main thing is I don't want to go into the draft with them re-signing Xavier Woods and
Mm-hmm.
and not having really addressed it in free agency at all. I don't want to go into the draft like that at all.
No, and you know, let me tell you something. If they resign Xavier Woods, that's a bad PR move.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen
Nobody
Spoonie on
likes
Star
him.
Gang. He's like Spoonie is like he is like if
Spoonie,
they do
Spoonie,
it.
Spoonie be going ham on him. You feel me? Spoonie be going nutso on him. I be
I
seeing him.
guess.
He be going ham on him. So I just feel like that's a bad PR move to bring Xavier Woods back. After he said what he said, and we seen the tape, and he was a 6th round pick. You wasn't like a first round or second or third. You was a 6th round pick talking flossy like that. It's this time to go. Get you a new safety in there. Let him just go. Don't if they bring Xavier Woods back in, that's going to tell me everything I need to know, Mary, about what the Cowboys are trying to do.
I mean, it means that they haven't really learned
No, it
from.
means they don't give a hell.
I mean, like you said, like after what he said, it looks bad, and I honestly don't even know why he was interviewed in the first place.
Right. Why do they keep talking to him? He was on first pardon the interrupt, whatever that damn show is with Skip and Shannon. He was on there, then he come on again. Like, stop interviewing him. He say dumb shit. Don't put him in front of the camera. Don't put a mic in front of Xavier Woods' mouth because he don't say the right things. Don't interview him. Feel
Yes,
me?
I don't know. He's the only one answering the phone. They call him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm available. I'll do a show."
You feel me? Like Xavier Woods want to come on? Yeah, no. Your agent and all them need to say no. No more talking from Xavier Woods, because whatever he comes out of your mouth, you be messed up. After all that stuff we was talking about Earl Thomas, and then they kept you over Earl, and this is what you do?
Yeah.
Man, go to hell on, dog. I'm good on Xavier. And I wrote 3 articles on you, bruh. You know how long it took me to write them articles on you, Xavier? Do you know how long it took me to write these
How long is the
articles?
article gonna be if they resign him?
You bet wrong, dog. Hey, Mary, if I haven't wrote an article in about a year, if they sign Xavier Woods, I'm going to start writing articles. For real, because it's some BS. So now let me ask you something. Have you checked anything in free agency? Have you looked at anybody that you would say, let's say, have you checked like defensive? I mean, what would you want to address in free agency right now at this point? What would be your number one address right now?
I mean, I really, really wanted Dalvin Tomlinson, like
Mm-hmm.
really bad, and I saw he
Mm-hmm.
got signed by the Vikings. Other than him at DT, and I wanted DT like really bad before the draft. A good one that can stay healthy, that can help us stop the run. We haven't been able to stop the run. It feels like forever.
I
If
mean, we
not,
gave up 2,500 yards and 5 yards of carry.
yeah. I mean, to anybody too. Like one thing I said on Star Gang was it was a game where some backup. I think it was after
Cleveland.
yeah, it was after
Cleveland. Yeah, I
after
remember.
he got
He was third
injured.
stringer. He almost got
Yeah,
100.
their backup was like running all over us, and he was like, too easy. Somebody was like, too easy in the camera. And I'm like, it's not really a bragging right to run all over the Cowboys. It's kind of like what everybody does. So it's not
Right.
even anything to brag about.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
outside of Tomlinson, I wanted Jonathan Hankins. Um, those are my main two.
Yeah, see, you see you've been listening to me, haven't you? You've been
I
listening to
listen
me?
to all my Cowboys
Yeah,
fans.
you listen to me because I when I first saw when they brought out defensive tackles, I wanted Dalvin Thompson, but I knew Dallas wasn't gonna get him. I'm
Yeah,
just
that was a
keeping it
pipe dream.
real.
That was a pipe
I'm gonna just keep it a real. Dallas wasn't gonna sign him because I knew he was gonna want some bread, and Dallas wasn't gonna jump out there and be in a bidding war with him. So I immediately looked at the defensive tackles that were available, and I looked at people were talking about Shelby Harris. I'm like, and he good. Dallas ain't gonna sign him. He good. He gonna cost. If you good and he costs, Dallas ain't gonna sign him. We need under the radar players that don't nobody talk about. And when I seen Jonathan Hankins, and I remember when he played with the Giants and he was with your boy Snacks, they
Mhm.
gave us problems in the middle.
Yep.
And and he's a big, like 6'2", 320,
Yeah.
and he's consistent. He is a guy that's available year in and year out. And I looked at his numbers, and I was like, he had a good deal at the Raiders. He's 28, almost about 29. You can sign him for a 2-year deal, 3-year max. You can bring him in. He can start that middle. You probably could bring Antoine Woods back, even though I don't hate on Woods, but Mary, he always crying about something. Like, he made a post on Twitter. He was like, it's funny how all my backups make more than me. Bro, you a backup. My thing was like this with Woods. If they cut you today, Antoine Woods, if they said, all right, we cut you, where's the market for Antoine Woods?
Yeah, like
Let's keep it real. No hating,
he's not.
Woods.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's the market for you, Woods? Who gonna pick you up and say, we're gonna sign you to a 4-year, $5 million? Then nobody doing that, dog.
Like, I'm fine with him being there and keeping him, but he's not enough. I don't understand what he thinks he's earned, but
he's getting real privileged out there.
yeah.
I mean, he's talking in the media. He's talking on Twitter like, fam, you came undrafted. You was on the practice squad. You came to Dallas from the practice squad. Nobody drafted you. Nobody picked you up. Your numbers in Dallas have been okay. You feel me? If they were to cut you today, there's not going to be a market for you, dog. I'm not hating, even if you got Drew Rosenhaus as your damn agent.
It's true. It's true. You're not lying.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no and players get in their feelings when you say that about them, but it's no disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect you, dog, but it's just keeping it real. Like, if you got cut and you went to another team, you're not going to start on any other team in the NFL. Period. Antoine Woods ain't starting on no team in NFL. Period.
Yeah, you're a rotational guy.
You're a rotational player and you're a backup.
Yeah.
So please understand that and get this money, whatever they're giving you. I know you probably want more. You don't like the backup. I get that. But come on, dog. Just, I don't know. Maybe I ain't.
Shush.
Yeah, for real. tell them, girl, be humble. Shush. We got another super chat from Jay Wayne, 499 holla. He says, how does our offensive line match up with versus defensive line within our division? Have to buy 140 million quarterback to play with his toys. Okay. How does our offensive line match up? Well, what do you think? I'm going to let you answer that because I got my own thoughts on that.
They were just really, really injured last year. And the rotation, like, different guys were constantly being put in different spots all year long. So we had Tyron out, who I think he only played like one game the whole year. And I don't even know if he finished that game. We had Lyle Collins out the whole year. We had Joe Looney miss time. We had Zach Martin miss time. We had Cam Irving miss time. So our backups weren't even fully healthy. So I think that was the biggest issue is we had guys playing, Zach Martin at one time was playing right tackle. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody was, being shifted across because no one was healthy. And so I think I think we've gotten used to the fact that Tyron Smith is probably going to miss 3-4 games at least a season. So even if he does that, I don't anticipate the injuries being as bad as they were last year. Do I think we should address it in the draft at some point? Yes, but I'm fine with, if one of them aren't healthy for a few games, I think our backups will be fine. I like our new center. I like Connor McGovern. And I think Zach Martin will be fine. He's never missed a lot of games in a year. Knock on wood.
All right.
I think that the teams in our division, Washington specifically, has a great D line. I think the Giants, they had a great year defensively, but honestly,
I think losing Thompson not going to hurt them.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them. But I think honestly, in general, them facing our real starters or even our real full backups is going to be different.
I'm agree with that. Shout out to my dog BJ and Star Gang in the house. 1999 holla in the building. I appreciate you, dog, but I got to give you 50 back for the Dak signing. So I think you're just doing that. So I got to come back with the cash. So, but I appreciate you, big dog. I love you for that, man. Appreciate you. But I'm gonna feel you on that. This is what I'm gonna tell you about our offensive line in the division. I think our offensive line still is one of the better offensive line, can match up to any defensive line. I think it can match up with Philly. They got players, but I still felt like when we watched Philly play against Dallas this year, they didn't dominate them with the backups.
No,
Now
they didn't.
damn well if Dallas would have had Dak that first game when we was at Philly, I feel like we was kicking their ass because
Oh
Ben
yeah,
DiNucci
Carson
had
Wentz.
time. You
Yeah, and
feel me?
Carson Wentz was trash. He was giving
Right.
us gifts all over the field, and we couldn't really take
So you
advantage.
so you feel me? And like you said, I need to know what's up with La'el Collins and Tyron Smith. I'm still worried because they're so damn hush hush about it. But if they come back at full strength or decent strength, I like Brandon Knight as a good swing tackle. They signed the
Yeah,
cat from
yeah.
the
He couldn't stay
Bills,
healthy either. He got
right?
hurt. So
And I think the cat from the Bills, even though he's older, he could be a swing tackle. He takes a Cam Irvin spot. I definitely don't feel bad about the offensive line, especially if maybe they jump out there and draft a Slater or somebody. They definitely need to draft a tackle in this draft. That must happen. I
yeah,
don't know if it happens at 10, but it should happen during the
at
draft
some
because
point, yeah.
at some point because this is a draft where there was a lot of good offensive tackles. So if you didn't get one at 10, I think you could still get one later. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But if they jumped out there and got Slater, I'm not mad. Just like you said, it's not the sexy pick. It's not the pick where you're like, ooh, but is it the pick that's going to solidify and protect your quarterback to be able to do what he can do? That's the main thing that you want. And then if you go offensive tackle with Slater at the 10th pick, then go ham on defense the next 3 picks, and then you can kind of sprinkle in whatever you want to do. And you can still get a couple free agents. I think that's the thing that still bothers me about this, Mary, is that I understand the Cowboys think, and I know what they think. That's why I don't jump out there and get frustrated about them because I know they're going to wait. I know they're not going to be the first guys signing anybody in free agency. They're going to wait and watch and look. My thing is
Mhm.
when you wait and watch and look, you just don't get those guys. Those guys
Yeah,
that are really the dogs get taken early. It's kind of like when you're playing a pickup game and you got
yeah.
your friends out there. You got 10 of them out there. You got 2 to pick, right? Do the sweet people go last or do they go first?
They go last, man.
No, they go first. The
Well,
ones that is the
when you say
no,
sweet,
I
I
mean,
think
no, I
like the
mean,
softies.
no. I'm talking about the dope ones, the ones that are dogs.
Oh,
You
okay, I
ain't
got
you picking them first. You ain't picking
I thought
them
you were talking
soft
about the
ass.
ones with the
Yeah,
glasses and the.
I'm talking about them. Then. So you know how you come to the line and you're like, okay, we picking. You got 10 over there, and you like, all right, I pick first. Him. Him,
You already know. You already
and
know
then
he
you see
getting.
them guys twiddling their fingers at the end. You're like, all right, I got him. Come on,
Yeah.
and don't be messing up. Don't passing the ball. You set the picks. You ain't gonna get a pass. You said picks. That's what you need to do. That's what I feel like the Cowboys doing free agency. You got the dogs that get picked in the beginning, and then you got the guys that are twiddling their fingers at the end. The Cowboys like, okay, come on, you only want 2 million. Come on with us.
1 year deal.
Run your deal. And let's see what we can do. We'll see what we can work with you. Dog, that just ain't working, man.
Yep.
So I just feel like it's a flawed theory, but hey, we'll see. Now, going into this draft, all right, is there any guys that, kind of maybe that you particularly saying, I really want this guy. I've been watching him. People have been talking about him. If the Cowboys had a opportunity to get this particular player, I would like to get him. Do you have any players in the draft that you kind of feel that way about?
At 10 or just in general?
Just in general.
Um, so I like JC Horn.
Mm-hmm.
Between him and Fairly Uncertain, I think I would like JC Horn the best for the Cowboys. Um, I like
Why do you like JC Horn so much?
he seems like a dog, man. He seems like a dog. Like, and as far as Farley goes, I know he didn't really play a lot last year. Injury history. Like, I don't want to. I feel like the Cowboys, they draft a guy with an injury history, even if it seems small at first, and they're like, "Oh, our doctors looked at him. Oh, he's fine. That they think he'll be good," and then it ends up biting us in the ass, like it did with LVE. Like he was supposedly fine, and then he had 1 year, seems
Mm-hmm.
like now he's injured all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I remember at first looking at Horn, they were saying, "Oh, he might be available after the first round." But now it's looking like he's getting more talk, more hype as time goes on. So I'm thinking he won't be.
Right, right.
Who else? I have a few, but they're mostly offense, so I don't want to upset the
Go
chat.
ahead. No, go ahead. No, you ain't gonna upset the chat. Who gives a hell? We talking about what you feel and what you like, guys that you like. We ain't worried about what the chat's saying.
Waddle is one of them too.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly just with the speed.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously BJ has been talking about Pitts.
Oh my God. If they don't draft Pitts because of him, I mean, he done spoke that shit into existence. Talking about that damn shit every day. Damn, some damn Pitts.
I
Okay, we
mean,
get it,
see,
BJ.
last year he spoke CD Lamb into existence.
He
So
did. I
he
mean,
was
I'm cool, but I'm gonna keep it real. If they had a Waddle and Pitts, I know what I might go with Waddle, not because Pitts ain't nasty, just because that speed though. Dallas ain't been
the
we
speed.
haven't been excited with where Dak can just fake it to Zeke,
Yep.
do a quick pump, and just throw it deep. If
Yep, I
somebody
agree.
try to tell me Amari Cooper, man, Amari Cooper ain't going on no damn 9 routes. And Michael Gallup, yeah, okay, he can get them deep, but he's not that deep guy. We need somebody who can take the top off the defense. So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not mad at that. Let's get a speed guy. I'm cool with getting a speed guy. And then if you draft him, show me some nuts, Cowboys, and say, oh man, oh, we love Gallup. We just love him so much. Let's not hurt his feelings. Let's
Yeah.
not hurt Gallup's feelings because we drafted a receiver and let's let him play it out. No, sit there and say, hey, we just drafted a receiver. We got Michael Gallup here. Who wants him? We can make a draft deal right now and try to get a pick right now. You feel me? Like, get aggressive.
Exactly. I
That's
mean,
when
because
you
you can't. I mean, it's a business, like you said, and it's if we're not going to re-sign him, then just let it go right now. Like just do it right now. Pull the trigger. Honestly, though, I would be even if we didn't trade Gallup and we drafted one of those guys at 10, I would still be like, okay, like I still wouldn't care. I'd be like,
right.
okay.
The Reaper. I love you, dog, but stop it. I don't. People keep trying to tell me Cooper ran a 4.3. Does Cooper? Okay, if Cooper runs a 4.3, all right. Cooper
I
runs a
thought he ran
4.3.
like a
He's a four
four-ish, four
four.
four.
He's a four
Yeah.
four guy. Because I'm gonna just kill this right there. You remember that game we played? Dallas played Philly at home, and they threw that quick pass to Cooper, and he shook the hell out of that defensive back. He was cooking all damn game, and Cooper could have took it to the house. But guess who the hell caught him? A linebacker and a corner. The linebacker cut him off at the 15-yard line. He stopped, and then he moved again, and then the corner came, and he stopped again, and then they tackled him. If you're running 4.3 speed, ain't no linebacker taking an angle on you. No disrespect. He was a white guy. No, please don't take this deep. But don't take this wrong. He took the angle on Cooper. He's 4.3. Dog, how you got
I
4.3,
mean,
how you
Cooper's
getting caught?
strength is his route running. Like
He stop that with about Cooper, y'all.
his route running is
I get what you're saying, but Cooper is ain't 4.3. He
yeah.
ain't no damn deep threat. They ain't throwing bombs to Cooper. Cooper's all about, like you said, his route running. He's surgical with that. He is not burning anybody deep. Gallup ain't burning nobody deep. CD Lamb ain't burning nobody deep. The only person
Mm-mm.
that got deep speed is John Vay Johnson. And he can't get on the damn field.
He
So
cannot
let's
get
just
on
keep it real. Just the truth.
100%. You are correct, sir.
So you feel me? So this is no. Hey, he ain't no damn 4.3 guy. If that he was a 4.3 speed guy, they've been throwing bombs to him all day. That's not his game, man. He's that slant and go. He's that quick route and go, and then he's gonna kill you after the catch. But he's not going deep on y'all, dog. Come on, man. No, he didn't get tripped on that damn play. He got caught. He didn't get tripped. Stop lying to me, dog. I'll play the all 22 on my video, man. He did not get damn tripped. He got caught. Don't do that. Okay? Don't make me just do the all 22. Don't say, man, stop that. I love y'all. He ain't tripped. Stop it. He ain't tripped, y'all. That's just like I got in a fight with this dude. Now I smacked the shit out of him. He said I hit him with a bat. Man, he said I hit him with a back. I said, I
What?
hit you with these two hands. You bleeding. He said,
Uh,
he said, I know you just didn't knock out my boy. I said, yeah. He said, no, he hit me with the bat. I said, what?
no.
He said he hit me. Oh man, it
No.
was comedy. I wish I had a camcorder that day. You would have laughed if I had it. If I posted on the video on Facebook, y'all would have been laughing. Anyway, I'm just saying. So now we're going on. Pat Peterson from the Cardinals was mentioned.
Yeah.
Do you think the Cowboys could sign him?
He's another one that we kind of talked about on Star Gang. I mean, he's in, they said he would be okay with moving to safety too. I don't see it because I feel like they could have already done it, right? Like, I don't really understand what they're waiting on.
I mean, because Pat P A is like this. Okay, I'll move to corner. I'll move to safety, but you're gonna pay me. Okay.
Yeah.
Pat is 31 years old. I'm sorry. When I hear Pat Peterson, I'm sorry. I think I'm a veteran. I deserve money. I played in this league. I proved my worth. So somebody who's signing me for a 1 or 2, 3 year deal, you're gonna have to pay. And when I see these other cornerbacks on the market making 6, 7, 8 million, Chidobe got 7.2 million a year, 7.2 million a year.
Yeah.
What the hell? And they're saying Pat Peterson's market value is 10. Now, 10, I could see the Cowboys could go that route and do it. But would they really jump out there and do it? Because my thing is you address the corner, but we really need the tackle position more than anything else. So I would want you to spend that money on a tackle.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because we weren't getting killed in the secondary this year. We got ran over 2,500 yards.
Anybody.
Monty Kiffin's worst defense. We remember that Monty Kiffin defense. They gave up 2,000 yards, 4.7 yards a carry. This year's team gave up 2,500 5-point yards a carry. I'm not jumping out to want to get a Pat Peterson when you gave up almost 3,000 yards on the ground to not some great players.
Stephen Jones's problem is that we haven't been to an NFC championship or won a Super Bowl in over 25 years, but he views us as contenders every year. Like, no matter, like, he views it as like a free agency player should be like, Dallas is top of the league. I'll always take less if I can go to Dallas.
Nobody's doing that.
Exactly. Like,
get off that high horse. Nobody's coming to Dallas taking pay cuts to come to Dallas.
That's what he's on. Like, it's like, no.
That's delusional.
Yeah.
Because just like I said, when it's funny because as soon as a high profile player gets cut, they all got jerseys with Cowboy jerseys on the next day. Yeah, let's sign them. No, you knew damn well JJ Watt was not coming to Dallas. He said contender and money. Those two things don't work in Dallas because Dallas is not a contender. The last 3 of the 4 last years, Dallas has not made the playoffs. So where would players say, I'm coming to Dallas just because of Jerry Jones and the Cowboys? That doesn't work. And you don't think players, Mary, are looking at the Cowboys and saying, why would I come to Dallas? You guys are cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't pay players.
I mean,
so why in the hell?
We talked about on Star Gang was if they took their time signing Dak again, it's like, how can you get any free agents, even any free agent player to want to come to Dallas when you don't even pay your QB and you don't know who it's going to be if it's not him? Like, so if they had, and then that's why we all got excited because we're like, yes, it's before free agency. And maybe this means that they have a plan. And it's like, clearly the plan hasn't really changed that much. They did sign Dak, but they're still going to be cheap and take their time and let the chips fall where they may and just hope that the defense is okay instead of actually doing something to really improve it in free agency.
I feel you. And BJ says Cardinals not a contender either, but they gave him the bag. But did the Cardinals beat us? That's why I want to ask you, BJ, did the Cardinals beat the Cowboys? Did they whoop the Cowboys? Did they just barely beat the Cowboys or did they smash the Cowboys? I'm just curious. Just answer that for me, BJ. Once you do that, then we'll talk. You feel me? That just proves it right there. They're more of a contender than the Cowboys, okay? Because they whooped our ass. You know what I'm saying? And when we look at the Cowboys ain't been a contender in a long time, and they're not paying. So you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's
Like
the
you
that's
gotta,
the
it's
big.
one of the two. Like you can't, beggars can't be choosers. And Steven doesn't realize that we're beggars.
We're beggars. That aura. I'm sorry. That aura of the Cowboys is over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In the 90s, I saw it. People did want to come to the Cowboys. You know
Mhm.
why? Because they was kicking ass and winning. That's why these players wanted to come. See, players want to come to an organization when they winning and whooping ass. That's why when you seen the Patriots, they could always get players that would get cut or get released. And what they want to do, they wanted to sign with the Patriots. Why? Because they felt like this is the easiest way for me to get a championship. This is the
Mhm.
quickest way for me to get a championship because they're contending year in and year out. Do these players get cut or released and say, let me go to Dallas because year in and year out they're contending?
No.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
What free agents has the Cowboys got? They don't spend no money on no free agents. No free agents are going to sit there and take pay cuts because it's Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. That
Mhm.
shit done wore off.
Yep.
I'm sorry. So
And they don't realize it. That's the problem. They still think that they have that same kind of, like, yeah, we're the most visible franchise in the world, but then the day it's about championships and checks, and we're not providing either right now. So
fam, BJ, I love you, and I'm not saying anything, but you said Dak wasn't playing. We had Dak playing. We were still getting our ass kicked, and it's not no reflection on Dak, but we were still getting our ass kicked with Dak, dog.
very true. We
Like,
were.
let's keep it real. Like, and this is no shade on Dak. You acting like if Dak would have played in that game, we would have whooped their ass. We wasn't beating teams with Dak, and it wasn't Dak's fault. The defense was trash, and that's why the game. That's why Dallas lost that game in the Cardinals. Defense was trash. Kyle Murray didn't even do anything that
Yeah,
game.
he
He
was.
played like trash, hot
Mm,
garbage, and they still whooped our ass.
yeah, agree.
So
There's a
you get
few
what I'm saying?
games. There's a few games where I think if Dak had been playing, he would have been the difference, but that's not one of them.
I mean, and like I said, people want to put this on Dak, but no, it's the fact that they don't build around that defense. And you seen when went down, right? And you didn't take care of that defense, and now you just got a regular quarterback, Mary. Now you see, now the lumps started coming.
Yep.
Now the ass kicking started coming because you put all that pressure on one person to make everything perfect, to do everything perfect. And when he doesn't get a touchdown on every single drive, they're going to come back and score. And that is a lot of pressure to put on your QB and your offense every single
Yep.
possession when they have to go down the field. Our Dallas's average yard per possession was like they were getting the ball at like the 23-yard line.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Okay. They start the ball out at the 35-yard line now. Dallas was starting before that, and you
Yeah.
were having 10, 11 play drives as the norm. That's
Yep.
not winning football.
Nope.
And guess what happened, Mary? When the Dallas played, even when they played some mediocre teams and they got turnovers and defense played a little bit good, they won.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had like 10 turnovers in 3 games. They won those games. They weren't great teams. We understand that. But it's just the fact. When your team can get some turnovers, when your defense can sit there and say, hey,
Made it easier on our offense,
makes
even
it
with our
easier.
backup. You
Makes
know.
it easier.
Yep.
Back up whoever. If that team gets the ball and you cause a fumble the first 2 plays and you can score in the first 2 plays, now guess what? Now that offense on that team says, damn, we can't run the ball like we wanted to. Now we're going to have to throw. Now you can start pinning your ears back on defense. Now you can start attacking that offense because they have to get out of their game plan because they are behind. And that's what was happening to Dallas. Dallas
Yep.
has to get out of their game plan. They can't run the ball. They can't do certain things. And then Dak's got to throw 60 times in a game. And if he doesn't complete every single pass and everything doesn't work, guess what? Oh, see, I told you Dak sucks. He couldn't do that. Well, damn. Do y'all understand the pressure he's getting put on every single play?
Every time. Every time.
I mean,
But
that's
I mean, I
that's
had somebody on Twitter tell me the other day that special teams didn't matter. So
oh
that
my
was
God. Special teams definitely. There's three parts of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Special teams doesn't definitely does matter.
yeah.
Now, how do you feel about Fossil? Because I don't hate on him. I know he was gambling and acting weird and going crazy. That didn't really crazily bother me this past season, because Cowboys fans are, we need to be more aggressive. We need to be more
Mhm.
aggressive. Then we got aggressive. They're like, they need to stop being more aggressive. That was stupid. Which is it?
I agree. I'm not. There wasn't a lot of times I was like, okay, like it didn't work, but I see why they did it. Or I like the aggression. I think a few times I was like, I don't really see why they did it that way. But overall, I don't think the coaching on special teams was the biggest problem. I think the biggest problem on special teams was execution overall. And I mean, that's been our problem on even on the offense sometimes and on the defense. Our offense, even though it was one of the tops in the league before Dak got hurt, they were starting slow. Whether it was turnovers or penalties or whatever the case may be, or just starting with field goals, they were starting slow, and then the other team gets on the field and our defense gives up 7 and then gives up another 7, and then it's so execution. I know sometimes people hate to hear that, but sometimes it's true.
I mean, now, how do you feel about this staff going in year two? How do you feel about McCarthy year two? How do you feel about the overall staff that they brought in? They made a few hirings. They got some new people in. How do you feel about the staff going into year two as a whole? Do you feel good? Or are you kind of like, let's wait and see approach? What do you think about Dan Quinn? What's your kind of thoughts on that, Mary?
I'm definitely glad that they fired Mike Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
That was something I actually wasn't sure that they would do. I thought they would make excuses for him. And they fired him, and they fired him pretty quick. They didn't wait too long, and then they fired the defensive line coach. So, I mean, I like that they did that. I kind of wanted to go a little younger, like, somebody that's not, been all over the league. I feel like maybe sometimes you need something fresh and new. But I see why they hired Dan Quinn. Overall, Mike McCarthy, his first year, it was probably one of the hardest years for a new head coach, like ever, because of all the injuries, the COVID, not having camp. And I'm actually, pretty impressed that he got us 6 wins, honestly. I think that losing your QB, going through 4 QBs in a season, pretty much your whole entire starting O line, and even some of the backups. Then you're losing defensive players left and right. Um, it's crazy to have to deal with that. So I think the old coaching staff with Garrett, I don't think that we would have made it to 6 wins with all those issues being considered.
Oh, if Garrett was there, we probably won 2 wins. We already saw what happened when Romo went down.
Yeah,
You knew as soon as Romo got hurt, season was over. That's the
yeah,
first thing you thought when you saw that game against Philly and Romo busted that arm. First thing every Cowboy fan thought was season is over,
yeah.
because we just knew that we weren't going to be able to recover. Jason Garrett wasn't that coach to be able to ride all that good stuff. So, I mean, this is what I feel about the staff. I was all on board with Mike McCarthy bringing in, because the experience, and won a Super Bowl, won some games with Green Bay. I started doing some more research, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm not backing off McCarthy. I still am cool with McCarthy. But when I went through and I said, whoa, 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 I've seen a lot of things over there in Green Bay that your quarterback saved you a lot of times. And when that quarterback wasn't doing good, or that quarterback wasn't there, you weren't winning.
Mhm.
So, I am still cool with McCarthy being the coach. Um, I want to see more this season. I'm interested to see what Dan Quinn is going to do. I'm gonna keep it real, Mary. I wasn't jumping up for joy when they hired him, because a lot of times when the Cowboys, and I want to get your thoughts on this right quick. A lot of times when the Cowboys bring in coaches or things of that nature, it's like it's been after they've been fired or got their ass kicked in something, and they're almost coming in here like, thank you so much for letting me be a coach with the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you so much. And it's almost kind of they coming in that begging mentality. I don't want that. Say it once that you're happy to be a coach with the Dallas Cowboys and stop Saying it, because I heard Mike McCarthy say it multiple times, Mary. Oh, this is the greatest job in the world. Okay, bro, we get it. You said it 7 times. Stop saying that. Get your ass strong. Get some backbone in that biscuit, and let's start winning some games. And I don't want the guys that are coming in, like even with Dan Quinn, not hating on him, but you got fired from Atlanta when you was getting smacked.
Yeah.
We getting you with your tail between your legs.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're coaching totally defense, it'll be different. But honestly, Mary, I need to see a lot more. I'm not geeked up over these acquisitions. I'm not geeked over the coach y'all just hired. I'm not geeked over none of that. Last year, I was jumping up and down when they signed Everest and Griffin. I made a video. Last year, I jumped up and down. I was geeked. I'm not doing it no more. I'm pessimistic, Jay. I'm pessimistic, Jay. From here on out, I don't care what anybody says. Y'all need to show me. I'm not falling for the Kool-Aid. You said you drink the Kool-Aid. You got your Twitter says you're the Kool-Aid drinker.
I'm a see. As much as I try, I still end up pouring up a glass.
You even made the Twitter said you the Kool-Aid drinker. Yeah. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid because this Kool-Aid don't got no damn sugar in it. This sugar-free Kool-Aid, and as soon as it touches my mouth, I'm like, blech. I'm pouring it out. This the Kool-Aid. I'm pouring it out. Now you want to be the Kool-Aid drinker, Bear? I'm gonna go ahead and let you drink that Kool-Aid. But this Kool-Aid don't got no sugar. The sugar-free Kool-Aid until they get that good sugar and soak it up like my grandma make it. I'm not drinking it.
I mean, I feel where you're coming from. I definitely feel your pessimism and why you feel that way. And I mean, yeah, I do agree that these hires are pretty safe. They're like
safe as hell.
And they never do anything to like just go all out, like for once. So it's kind of, they do something maybe every once in a while that you're like, oh, wow. Oh, okay. And then after that, you're like, oh, here we are again. So
exactly.
I get you, man. I'm trying to.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm glad. See, you can be that positive. Be the positive, and I'll be that negative. I'm okay with being the negative. I am okay with being the negative. I don't care because you know what? I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of falling for the foolery. That's okay. Y'all want to wait till free agency. Y'all want to do all this and that. But at the end of the day, while you waiting, like you said, they play it safe. They're playing it close to the vest. It's almost like, y'all got burnt one time, and now y'all don't want to jump out there. This game is about taking risk. Yep. If you don't take risk in business, you won't make it. You staying close to the vest, you won't make it in life and everything. You have to take risk.
That's a huge difference between Jerry and Steven. Is Jerry sometimes was just, throwing money out, giving out checks all over the place. And then Steven came along, and initially people were excited about Steven because they're like, oh, it's different. And he's going to be a little bit better with the money, which he is, but there's no happy medium between them. We got one on this far end of the spectrum and one on this far end of the spectrum. And it's like, we kind of need somebody like Jay Tuck was saying, is what about Charlotte? Can Charlotte handle free agency? Can she handle this? Maybe she'll be somewhere in the middle and we'll get some better results. We won't be so cheap, but we also won't spend on guys who don't deserve it.
I'm gonna be honest with you with that. I seen that, and I seen Charlotte, and I've met her, and yes, but no. You know why? Because it's all in the family. I don't want none of this. If you bring somebody who's outside of the family, see, because here's my thing. When you have the family, you know this, Mary. When you have the family, sometimes the family don't tell you the truth.
Yeah, of course. They enable you.
They enable you. They don't tell you the truth. They enable you. That's what family does. See, an outsider be like, hey, guess what? I'm not family, so this is what I see. You know what I mean? Because I don't have the loyalties and ties. That family business thing, and I don't hate, but when you got that family business, like you said, sometimes they won't tell you the truth, and they're going to enable you. They're not going to jump in there and say anything because, number one, it's all family. You got to have it. You got to have somebody from the outside to give you a honest critique of what's going on. And I don't know if anybody is doing that in the building. And I feel like that's why it's this vicious cycle.
Yep.
And when you look at everybody in the building, that's the top, that's doing anything with the organization, all their names are Joneses behind it. And I
Yeah.
feel like, to me, maybe that's a flaw. I don't know. But after 25 years, going on 26 years, I can't sit there and say, and Cowboys, and they can't even say as an organization that we're doing things right.
Yeah, and I mean it's funny because I mean there's a debate amongst several Cowboys fans about who's really running the show right now, Steven or Jerry, whatever the case may be. I mean, I think it's Steven, and Jerry can, obviously he can step in if he wants to. But I think overall he just kind of defers to Steven at this point, and he's more of a face and a mouthpiece. And but regardless of if you think it's him or Jerry, the problem is that no matter what happens, they can't fire themselves. They won't fire
Right.
themselves. They won't fire
Right.
each other. And so it's like they can always make excuses. They can, for this past year for the defense, they can say, you know what, we had new coaches, we didn't get an off season, then we had so many injuries. Our defense will be fine. We like our guys in house. So we just need to make a few moves, fill a few holes, and then we draft and we'll be fine. We're contenders again. We got our QB, we're good. And then even if it doesn't work in 2021, they can say, oh, they'll find another reason of why it didn't work. And they just wash, rinse, repeat, and nothing really changes because nobody can get fired. Nobody's on the hot seat except the coaches.
That you know what, that is, I'm gonna make sure I replay this later tonight, what you just said, because that was the golden piece. Like you said, they can't fire themselves, they're not going to fire themselves, so there's nobody going to sit there and tell them what's wrong, so they can, like you said, they can spin the story every single year. Yeah, you know what, I messed up, but we're going to do it this way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because let's keep it real, Mary, if a GM had Jerry's job back then in 25 years, he wouldn't have his job anymore. He would have been fired
Yeah.
within 3 to 4 years, and they would have been looking for a replacement. But since
Mhm.
they can't fire themselves, they're going to keep on pushing whatever they want to push and push any agenda, because there's no kickback for them. They
Yeah.
run this shit. So there ain't
Exactly.
nobody telling them nothing. And like you said, if there's another GM, and within 3 to 4 years, if your GM is not getting it together and they hired you within 3 to 4 years and you're losing, you're fired. They're
Yep.
looking for
You're done.
somebody else.
Yeah. You're done.
And that's what they don't have in there. And I feel like, you know what? That is an excellent point that you say, because when you don't have anybody can come at you like that, you're like, well, we can do what we want.
Mhm.
People still coming to these games.
And they'll
People
rationalize
still
it
buying
in
these
their head.
tickets.
They'll rationalize it. Like I said, oh,
Mm-hmm.
COVID. Oh, we had
Yep.
injuries. And
Yep.
oh, Diggs, he's coming on year two. He did good
Yep.
year one. So we're
Yep.
good. And we'll just sign some other cheap guys and we can make it. We got Dak back. O-line will be healthy. Boom. We're contenders again.
And they
And
feed
that's
that same foolish
yeah,
story to Cowboys fans, and Cowboys fans want to eat it up.
yeah.
And that's why I've been pushing this on my page, and me and Boss Cowboys are talking about it. And I'm not trying to be anti-Cowboys, but what I am want to start preaching a message of truth and stop trying to have Cowboys fans be disillusioned, like a lot of the owners are and the top people in the top. We got to step up and say no.
Mhm.
That's not right. We're not going to keep on standing for this. Y'all need to make serious changes, because the changes that you keep on saying you're making are not making it better in Dallas. It'd be different if y'all were saying this stuff and there were playoffs. I'm not even talking about Super Bowls, Mary. I'm not even
Yeah,
talking about Super Bowls. Can we consistently get to the playoffs? They're not
yeah,
even a consistent playoff team any longer.
yeah, yeah. And with
So
this division, they should be.
every time there's a time, Mary, that Dallas, the division is weak, and Dallas can say, guess what? We can take this division and make it.
We
Dallas
do.
always falls flat on their
Mhm.
faces.
Yeah.
And us as fans and media got to speak out against this and say, we're enough is enough. Stop telling us these lies. Stop telling us this stuff in the media. Make stuff happen, because we don't believe you any longer.
Yeah.
Just saying, man. Just keeping it real, man. So, you know, hey man, I just really appreciate you jumping on here with me, Mary. I thank you so much. I had a good time with you.
It was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yes, yes. We gonna do this again. We definitely gonna do this again. I like how I hit you up and you just like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I was
So
texting you. I was drunk in Miami. I'm like, yeah,
that's what I was like. I was like, make sure you got that slurricane. Make sure you got that hurricane popping. You like, oh, I got it. It's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, going forward, I mean, do you have? I mean, what's your true? I want to get your true feelings before we get off here. What do you really, really deep in your heart feel the Cowboys are gonna do from here and beyond? What do you really, really feel in your heart? No cap, no nothing.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a waste. If I'm being 100% honest, it's going
But
to
I
be a
want you
waste.
yeah,
Yeah,
100% honesty.
it's going to be a waste because, I mean, we got so many guys, especially on our offense, that are going to be under contract. We got some young guys on defense that are going to be under contract. But if they don't make some important moves, pull the trigger on some important things, or, they hold on to somebody too long that they don't need to hold on to, like they have done, then we're just going to stay stagnant. Can we win the division again soon? I think that's what we can do, but like it'll be just enough to keep most of us hanging on and be Kool-Aid drinkers, and
Yep.
not enough to go to that next level.
You know what? Mediocre. I'm gonna just say all that you just said. Mediocre. I just feel
Yeah.
like they keep us hanging on just enough for us to keep that hope alive,
Mhm.
just to keep us stringing us along for mediocrity.
Yeah.
And I'm just fed up with the mediocrity. I'm fed up with their lies. I'm fed up with them filling us with all this BS crap about they're doing this and they're doing that. No, they're not. Let me see it because I see these other teams being hella aggressive.
Yeah.
Don't wait. They don't wait till next year or 2022 or 2023 and wait till five guys develop. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this dumb shit, man. And the people that they already have on the team, I mean, it's just a lot of things lacking in this organization, and I don't care. We can't keep getting fooled. Leadership is lacking. Some of the coaching is lacking. Some of the front office lacking. And you know what? You're not going to win with that. And if you keep on want to play it close to the vest, it's not going to win. It's not. You can spin it how you want,
Yeah.
but it'll be just enough, but you're always going to fall short.
I
And
mean, just even, we know that they don't like to spend huge in free agency, but just one guy, right now that's in their prime that could help us stop the run. And I wouldn't complain anymore. I'd be like, okay, at least we got that in free agency. At least we got that. And so far we don't right now. So it's worrisome, if we go in the draft with still so many questions of, oh, we're hoping this guy can take the next level, or we're
exactly.
hoping this guy can stay healthy. We're hoping he can do what he did at this team 5 years ago. Like,
It's flawed.
like every
It's
time.
a flawed theory, man. It's just like it makes me want to throw it because I feel like it's so flawed. Well, yeah, well, when maybe we can do this or maybe we can do that, and it's just like, you know what? I just feel like, it's just a flawed theory. I don't think it's going to work, and I think it's just going to continue to be the same thing over and over again. And I just look at this division, and this division can be Dallas can be Mary. Dallas can be perennial division winners every single year. And we're not. That's
Yeah,
what pisses me off.
we make it
This
difficult
division,
every
this
time.
division is not tough at all right now. And this is for the taking. Dallas can win the division the next 2 to 3 years in a row. But will they? That's the problem. You have a division that you can take and dominate for the next 2, 3, 4 years right now. But are they? No, because you don't want to take the next step because you still want a bargain shop. And then you want to spin it to us that, oh, well, we ain't jumping out there and overspending for people. But here's the thing. Cowboys fans will respect Stephen more that if he jumped out there and took a risk. Because if you
Yeah.
jumped out there and took the risk and it didn't work, I don't care. I'm gonna respect you for taking the risk because this business is risk.
I mean, even a few times there were guys that technically, when you saw what they got from other teams, wouldn't have even been considered a risk. Like Tyrann Mathieu, when he first got signed to Houston, I think they only paid him like $7 million for the year. That's not a risk. Pay the guy. We rolled money over. that year. We rolled money
Mhm.
over. Same thing with Ndamukong Suh. When he got paid, but the second or third time, he didn't make as much. And that would have been an easy risk, but we rolled money over. Earl Thomas has been available a few times, but we rolled money over. And it's like, why? Why do we keep needing to roll money over? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, man, BJ says it, and I think everybody says push the chips all the way in. Like if you're gonna go out there and be in this business is nothing but risk. This is not a safe business. You
Yeah.
don't win being safe. If you look at these Super Bowl champions, they haven't won being safe. They went out
Yep.
there taking risk, doing things that other teams didn't do, and it paid off for them, and they won. Every risk that you take does not pay off. We understand that, but you still have to take them. They can be calculated risk. You don't have to risk it every time. But if you take a calculated risk to say, hey, let's go out there and do this and let's show that we're not scared, that's going to put your fans and everything behind your back. It really is, because they're going to say, at least, because I'm going to keep it real. I was mad at Jerry, Mary, but I'm going to at least say, I'm not mad at Jerry for ever being aggressive, because when people were chirping in the media about we need speed, we need this, that, he went and got Joey Galloway. We need this,
Mhm.
he got a Roy Williams. We need this, he signed Ken Hamlin. He was
Mhm.
going out there and throwing money
He
out
was
there.
trying. He was
He
trying,
was going,
man.
he was trying to really get it. He wanted to win. Steven is the total opposite. And what's so bad about it, it was I was trying to get rid of the old king, babe. I was
Yeah.
trying to get rid of the old king. You know, the old king that's out there. You like, I
Yeah.
want to get rid of the old king. Let's kill the old king, get the young king, and let's put him in. No,
We thought the grass was greener, and it's
we
not.
thought the grass was greener. No, the
The
young
grass is
king,
still raggedy as
he's
hell.
a bad king. Let's let the old king live a little longer. The young king was no, we don't want the young king yet. Old king, stay, spend some more money. Old king, jump back out there, old king, because we need something to happen. Because right now, I don't feel good about the future. I like the players, but I don't feel good about the future. No time soon. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But Mary, let everybody know where they can find you, Star Gang, all that good stuff, where they can holla at you. Give every single thing that you can do. Let them all know where they can find you at.
So on Twitter at Stargang Beauty, on Facebook, Mariella Bowers, on the Stargang page, on the Stargang group. We're also on Twitter, Stargang Podcast. We go live during the off season every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. During the season, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central. So come join us. Come join the group. You know, we like interacting with y'all. We like when y'all post topics, questions, polls, whatever the case may be. Yeah, and hit us up. Follow me on Twitter too. I'll follow back.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And go ahead and follow Star Gang. Great group of people, man. I love all of them, man. BJ's my dog, my homie. You know, like I said, they bring great information. They are always on it. Go check out, like I said, their page. They have a group, and I mean, it's super informational. If you don't know anything about Cowboys, you go in there and you will learn a whole lot. So please go give them a follow. Follow all of them separately, all together, all that good stuff. They bring the heat, man, and I got love for got mad love for all of them. So I really appreciate you jumping on here with me, Mary, and talking some good Cowboys football. And I guess we'll just kind of see what's going to happen in this horizon, the rest of this free agency. And I'm not excited about it. Hopefully, I am kind of excited about the draft, because I think the draft can maybe help us, but it's kind of hard for me to put stock in rookies that they're just going to take that
Yeah,
next level that first year and just going to get us
exactly.
over the hump. That's a lot to put on some rookies, man. So we'll kind of see. But I appreciate you jumping by. We're definitely going to talk again. And salutes to you for
Thanks.
coming
Thanks
in
for
and jumping
having
on my
me.
channel, man. I really appreciate you. And we'll definitely do it again. And you have a great night. Please go follow Miss Mary. She drinks the Kool-Aid, and tell her stop drinking that Kool-Aid. She drinking that Kool-Aid. Go boy, go talk to her on that. But go give her a follow on Twitter, man, and go ahead and support her and Star Gang. All right. But we'll talk to you soon, Mary, and keep up the good work that you're doing over there. Salutes to you, and I'm very much big ups to you. All right.
Bye.
All right. I appreciate you, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Peace. All right. Well, Miss Mary jumped on here. Star Game Podcast. You know how they do. Make sure you go give them a follow. BJ, my dog, was in here. Make sure you guys give them all a follow. Star Game Park Podcast. Their group. They have a group as a whole, and they do the damn thing. Like you said, every Tuesday, my guy BJ, he goes hard and ham in the paint. That's my dog for life. So make sure you go out there and give them a good thumbs up and support. But had a really good show today. Appreciate all the likes, the support. Let's get them likes up before I leave up out of here. Let's get some fire emojis from Mary. She really did her thing today, and I really appreciate her because she came in kind of last minute. I kind of just hit her up, say, hey, you want to do a show? And she said yes. So always appreciate her. She's always like down to do it. She doesn't, I'm busy. She's always down, and I really appreciate that. So let's give her a lot of fire emojis for today. Let's get them likes up. I got 3 unlikes. That's cool, but you're always going to have some unlikes, but let's get those up, the likes. But thank you for all the donations today. Thank you for all the members being in here, man. Fire emojis. Let's get all these fire emojis before we head out of here. Really appreciate it. Just my final thoughts on the show today. Just we'll see. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I don't really believe the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be that pessimistic guy right now. I'm not changing from that. Um, I don't want to be the hater of the group, but it is what it is. Until I see real changes, I'm not believing it. Until I see real moves, I'm not believing what they're saying and what they're trying to spill and all that good stuff. I'm not falling for it any longer, and you guys shouldn't either. We Cowboys fans and media alike should not have to sit there and fall for this stuff, this mediocrity that they keep trying to sell us. Until they start making some real moves, we need to keep on putting our hands up and saying, no, you guys need to make some real moves because the moves that you're making has not made a difference because they're still languishing in mediocrity. Like I said, the last 3 to 4 years, Cowboys have missed the playoffs. The last 10 years, the Cowboys have only made the playoffs 3 years in the last 10 years. So it's not like the Cowboys are beating down people's doors. And every time the Cowboys have an opportunity to take over the division or win critical games, they always fall short. So I'm just not going to keep falling for that madness that they keep trying to perpetrate to me. They need to step the hell up in the front office and everything they need to do to bring wins here because it hasn't been a winning tradition here in a very long time. And that needs to start back happening because that's what the Cowboys were known for. And right now, people don't know the Cowboys for winning. They know the Cowboys for losing, choking, and laughing at us. And I'm tired of that shit. I really am. Tired of fans talking trash about the team and running their mouths on, and there's nothing I can ever say against it. I have to just sit there and look at them. And I'm tired of it. I want to brag on the Cowboys again. And right now, there's nothing for me to brag about with the Dallas Cowboys, period, except that they signed Dak. And I ain't bragging about that because that's something that you should have did. I ain't bragging on something that you should do. That's like me telling my kid, oh, I'm so happy you're getting good grades. Well, damn it. Ain't you supposed to get good grades? You ain't supposed to get bad grades. Like, well, I'm supposed to give you hand claps for cleaning up the house. You supposed to do chores. You a kid. You know what I'm saying? Do some other things that you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna give you hand claps for something that you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so that's just what it is. So love y'all. The Lunatic, I'm gonna holler at you tonight. So yeah, my dog, the Lunatic, he hit me up. Just to let you know, we got a new game getting ready to pop off. Me and the Lunatic, a lot of the stuff that was sent out to you guys, that was courtesy of the Lunatic. Really appreciate you, big dog, more than anything. Me and him are going to be talking because we got a new contest that we got coming up for any new members. We're going to let you know about that this week because we're going to be in cahoots and we're going to be talking about that. Also, we're just going to get some things ratcheted up again. Every Monday, as I said before, I'm gonna say, well, let's do it Monday nights. Every Monday night, strictly for my members. If you ever listen to Tupac, who's that? What with BJ? What you said? Okay. See, you always throw me off when. Yeah, don't see you messed my train of thought. You threw something. Anyway, what's up, Queen? But what I was gonna say was every Monday night It's gonna be strictly for my members. If you ever listen to Tupac, he got an album called Strictly for My. I can't say it on air, but you know what it means. Strictly for my. But this is gonna be strictly for my members. Strictly for my. Strictly for my. Strictly. Strictly for my members. We're gonna be doing that every Monday. My members, just us. We kicking it every Monday. We can do a Monday night, but we just gonna kick it. I'll send a link if you want to jump in there and talk live, like with your face. If you don't want to show your face, you can just have your voice. But every Monday night is members night, strictly for my members. We kicking it. You guys make sure you jump in. I'm gonna send the link. I figured out how to do this for all my members, and we can just kick it. We're gonna talk about all kind of shit. We ain't got to just talk Cowboys football. We're gonna talk about whatever. So make sure Monday nights, tentative time, probably like 9, maybe 9 o'clock. Usually that's when everybody's there. So for my members, every Monday night, members night, strictly for my members. We're gonna kick it, talk all kind of stuff. I'll send a link if you want to jump in there and be in live with me. Let's do it. Let's have a whole shing ding. But so membership have its privileges. Like I said, I got the all college all 22 popping on my own. Drop more videos this coming weekend because I'm solidifying that. Uh Once again, we'll be down and we'll be back home in Texas next month. Boothang and the family, going to see the whole fam. So make sure I'm going to have some restaurants and some places that we're going to be at. So make sure if you're in the if you're in the Texas area or you're from Texas or whatever, and we're at a restaurant. It's going to be a big thing. So try to come out there to the restaurant we're at. I'll send out the location early so as many as people I want, come kick it. We gonna drink, 024, all that, man. We're gonna have a big party, man, and we're gonna have a good time. So make sure y'all come down there. I'll give you the dates once again later on. And then hopefully training camp goes down again in California. Because if it is, we definitely gonna be there. We're gonna be there for at least a week, right, Boo? We're definitely going to be there in California if they have camp. If they have it in Texas, we're going to be there too. I'd rather it be in Cali because I love Cali. I'd rather in Cali because, well, shit, every time we went to Cali, we had a great time. We're going to kick it again. So please, Cowboys, go back to Cali, please, so we can go kick it for the week. And then, my guy, Young Wilson, just throwing some things out. Once again, my guy, Young Wilson, we're gonna establish that date. June. He said June. He told me like June or July is the best time to come to Hawaii. So we're gonna get down to Hawaii. Me and Boothang gonna get down there for our little anniversary. And go kick it. We're gonna do a live show down there in Honolulu. Oh man, we're gonna have a great time there. We're gonna have a fun time, and then eventually, we're gonna do this road trip thing. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out, but we're gonna just do a road trip where we're gonna just go in states. And if you're in a state and you support Big Game James and we're in that state, shit, pull up. You feel me? That's the way we're gonna do it. Like this is real. Like I promise you, it's not gonna happen tomorrow. So that's a lie if I say that. But this is definitely gonna be in the works. We're just gonna go to some states and pull up. And if you out there, pull up. Get your damn TV or phone and shit out. We're gonna pull up and do it right there. I want to have a good time with this shit because life's too short. You only live once, right? So we want to do it big and have a good time before we leave this earth. So we want to have fun with this shit. So keep on out there supporting. I think you're gonna love what we got stuff headed down the line. Like I said, Goon Squad shirts are gonna be getting in process. I got my artist. We're looking at some things right now to put the right type of design for our Goon Squad shirts. And we're gonna put that in production at the end of the month and start getting that, just the thought and everything together, and then we're gonna start pushing that at the end of the month. And I really think you're gonna like those shirts. Me and Boothang been looking at some good designs right now, and I got a really good artist to do those things. So, hey, just a lot of good things coming up for Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James. So make sure you just stay supporting, and more interviews coming on the grind. Like I said, inbox. In people's inboxes, talking all the time, always trying to get some more interviews for us, some, ear to the streets. Always want to do those type of things. Who said that? BJ. He said guest room on deck at Longview. Oh hell yeah! You already know, BJ. Once I get down there, you already know what it is. So Like I said, we're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick it next month. I don't give a we're kicking it. Hopefully my son goes. I done told him because he gonna be babysitting like a motherfucker. Yeah, or my fam. Y'all probably don't know this if you ain't watching the show. Y'all gonna be babysitting. You hear me, Unc? You hear me, Uncle Ed? You hear me, Uncle Ed and Auntie Monica? Y'all hear me? If y'all listen to any show, y'all know y'all got that big ass crib, right? Huh? Y'all hear me, Uncle Ed, Aunt Monica? Y'all got that big ass crib. The kids is coming. So get ready. Get ready. That's the shameless plug. So get ready. So yeah, that's going down. So listen to the show, family, because it's coming. But yeah, just a lot of things that we, just trying to, open the door and have fun. So I really appreciate everybody for the donations, my subs, my members, all y'all. Great show, great time. Y'all really did the damn thing, and I really love you guys. And thank you for all the support. And let's keep this thing popping. One last thing: Burgers and Blitzes will not be this Thursday. Um, Mike is freaking crazy. He texted me today. He said his stimmy check hit. That mother sucker is wild, dog. I love him. He said his stimmy check hit. He said his baby. He said his girl, his wife. All they he said we kicking it, dog. Stimmy hit, we kicking it. I said I got you, dog. So Burgers and Blitzes will be Sunday. It will be Sunday. It won't be this Thursday. It will be Sunday because we moved it back to Sunday. It'll be every Thursday after this, but special Burgers and Blitzes this Sunday because we're moving it back because my man got a stimmy. And you know how people acting when they got the stimmy, feel like they can buy the world and shit. So do your thing, big dog. But my dog, Boss Cowboys, we're trying to do the premiere of the new Final Thoughts. So get ready for that, man. And we got some more little interviews I got working in the mix on the grind, just waiting to get some few commitments. But you know how we do. So talk too much, but about to get off here and 024 in this piece. All right. But I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. And we'll be talking to you soon. Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James. We're out. Peace.